James Brown with I Feel Good. There's a specific reason I've started off this interview with that record.
Ronnie Herel, My Drive, My Soul.
Because I've got the son of a legend in. He's creating his own legacy right now, right here. His name is Muhammad Ali Jr.
I told you I shall return. The champ is here.
It's scary. It's scary how much you sound like your dad, Muhammad.
People love it.
You sound like your dad, and it's a beautiful thing to have you in the studio right here live. Thank you for coming in.
It's my pleasure.
Man, so much to talk about, so much to go through. The reason I started that off, by the way, is apparently it's one of your dad's favourite records, James Brown, I Feel Good.
Yeah, actually, James Brown and my dad used to kick it together.
Oh, really?
Go around the world together, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, James performed at the legendary Rumble in the Jungle as well,
yes,
in 1974
yes,
in Zaire, of course. We want to talk about all of that stuff, but you are here to talk about something very specific, and you also joined by a filmmaker, Mr. Derek Marshall. Derek, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you, Ronnie. Thanks for having us. Happy Black History Month.
Yes, it is October, Black History Month.
How could you forget?
I didn't forget. Don't worry about that. I know all about that. I've got to do several talks about it. But yeah, welcome to you both. You are here, really. You want to discuss a new documentary that's in the making called Papa's Got Parkinson's, of course, which aims to demystify Parkinson's disease through your dad's journey through it and your dad's battle with the illness, right? Would that be fair to say that?
Yes. We're doing a documentary called Papa Got Parkinson's, and Derek is actually his baby. He gave it to Amelia
Amal Alexander, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's running with it, but he got it started. That's the one that's doing it. He spearheaded it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, basically, I had the honor of meeting Muhammad, and there were so many gun issues and knife crime and boxing, and I just said, what is it you want to remember about your dad? And he said, my dad just wanted to help everybody. He'd give his last penny to anybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a great memory of him. And I'm going to cry. He said, when I showed him a picture of his dad, the last photograph taken, he said, this Parkinson's is the kryptonite to my father. And I said, whoa, that's the Superman. And hence that Superman song.
Right.
And this whole link went around in my head. If possibly the greatest man, irrespective of color, he could be possibly the most iconic person ever, could possibly be taken down in this way. What chance do the rest of us have?
Yeah, us mere mortals, right?
Absolutely.
Let me just frame some of the things that, in terms of your dad as an athlete, as a boxer, as a superstar, what he did. You know, in the days of like boxing today is just no comparison. Look, I'm going to list down some of the fights that I know he took part in. I've seen as well. Probably not live at the time. I was a little bit too young, but I'm a massive boxing fan. Joe Frazier fought him 3 times. The last time in 1975 for the Thriller in Manila. Classic. Sonny Liston. He didn't really get touched in that fight, your dad, to be honest. He fought him twice, didn't he? So he beat him twice, but Liston was very, very tough and was the favourite in both of those fights, if I remember rightly. Floyd Patterson, Ken Norton, he fought twice. Ernie Shavers. Henry Cooper, our own Henry Cooper, fought twice. Joe Bugner, the legendary, we mentioned it earlier, Rumble in the Jungle with the beast, the massive George Foreman, who was at his peak, fought him October 1974 in Zaire. He also fought Larry Holmes, who was a former sparring partner. And your dad became 3-time heavyweight world champion, defeating a very tough Leon Spinks in 1978. Now, the reason I mention these fighters, Muhammad, is because they were all monsters, like in terms of their punch power, right. You know, their grit, and they were fighting 15 rounds back then. There weren't no 10 rounds, 12 rounds, 15 round fights. Now those punches, it must have took its toll on your dad's health. Suffering from Parkinson's after his last retirement, of course. Now, tell us about the making of the documentary. I want to know specifically about this documentary. It is called Papa's Got Parkinson's. So your journey, your experience, and how your dad having that really cruel illness affected you?
Well, the reason I'm doing this is because my father, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 40 years ago. And he died from Parkinson's June 3rd, 2016. My mother's father, Sadruddin Ali, he died of Parkinson's also. He died June 2nd, 2017. I had moved to Florida then, and I had been back to Chicago for the funeral. And my uncle Rahman, my father's brother,
Full brother.
he is suffering from Parkinson's right today, and he lives in Kentucky.
Right.
So this is why this is very important to me, because we don't know if it's hereditary or not, and I'm going to get tested and see if I have it. But there's no cure for Parkinson's at all. And the black and brown people everywhere is not participating in the trials. So they can't make
they're not.
medicine that actually suits them.
Right.
So it's like 153,000 people are diagnosed with Parkinson's in the UK. 1 million people in the United States is suffering from Parkinson's. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
1 in 37 people.
Yes.
1 in 37 people will get Parkinson's disease.
So we have to find a cure. We don't know what the cause is. I hear some people saying it's head trauma, some people saying it's pesticides, but we really don't know the cause of it. What causes it?
Okay, and you're working with Cure Parkinson's, is that right?
Cure Parkinson's
to
in
research
Parkinson's UK.
To research it a little bit deeper. I mean, that's incredible statistics and numbers that you're throwing up there. I would never have imagined that there'd be so little in terms of the research thus far and the information given out in terms of the amount of people that suffer with Parkinson's. I really had no idea. So it's nice. It's great that you're able to come here and highlight that. And your name carries weight. Sorry?
Thank you for giving us the
platform. Well, listen, your name carries the weight, Mohammed.
And I've been going around the UK, and people, just random people I talk to, everybody got a story about either meeting my father or somebody in their family got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So this is massive.
But the key thing there is the fact that you don't even know if it's hereditary, because I'm sure that your uncle Rahman,
right?
Yeah, was he in the ring at all? Did he fight as well? He was. He did box as well. So he would have taken.
He was good at it, but he boxed, and I guess he got it from getting hit in the head. I don't know. We really don't know. There's no cure for it.
And there's things that are going about, like in football, for instance, heading the ball. Like
MND,
you call it soccer in the States, but we call it football over here. And there's been stats thrown up saying that people that played football for years and years and years have started to sort of get dementia and memory loss and stuff like that. So
I'm here to raise awareness for everybody, every black and brown people.
So
go ahead and participate. It's not going to do nothing but save you later on down the line. And when it comes to the medication, because it's not catered to you right now, because you're not participating.
So what do you think about boxing then? What do you think about, your dad obviously was in the sport and he created so much in terms of entertainment for people, but obviously that had the lasting effect on his health, right? Yeah. What do you think about boxing? What's your viewpoint? I think
boxing is kind of overrated now. It's all about the money. It's not about entertaining folks. Look at Money Mayweather. He boxes for the money. He don't box opponents that's better than he is. He boxes people that he can beat. My father wasn't like that. He boxed people that he thought would kill him.
Yeah, for real.
Man.
Yeah.
And he took a weakness. I'm gonna give you, for instance, when he was fighting Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston put something in his eyes where he couldn't see. Angelo Dundee wiped it out. Said, Ali, can you see? He said, no, I can't see. he said, run till you can see, then get him. Okay? Ken Norton.
He broke his jaw in the first round.
My father's jaw. He fought with a broken jaw. Bruh.
That's hard. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people thought that Ali was just about sort of, the Ali shuffle and running around the ring, but man, he was tough.
Pat Patterson. He's a rabbit puncher. That's why he got the name the Rabbit. George Foreman. He was like the mummy.
Yeah.
He would cut the ring off on you.
Yeah.
My father trained to take punches. Got his body conditioned to take punches.
Yeah.
So the punch wouldn't even affect him none. My father trained. He said he don't start counting until it start hurting. That's when it really counts. So he exercised going through pain and said, hey, no pain, no gain. I'm keep on going. So imagine that in the ring. It's hard to beat. My father did one more thing. In the George Foreman fight, he invented the rope-a-dope. He let Foreman punch himself tired. Then he said, George, is that all you got? George gave him everything in his arsenal. Everything. He said, what was this man, a machine? People thought my father was losing that fight, but he knew exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
My father won the fight before the fight even began by mentally beating people. He said, you ugly bear. Called Sonny Liston a big ugly bear. Threw a bear trap in his yard. That made Sonny Liston go crazy, man.
Yeah.
Made him go crazy. He psychologically beat these people. And when he got in the ring, he predicted the fight. Archie Moore's gonna fall around 4. If you want to go to heaven, I'll get you in 7. To prove that I'm great, I'll get him in 8. I know what I do. I get him in 2.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna get tested for Parkinson's. Please, African Americans, get tested for Parkinson's. It's going to help you later on down the line if you have it. They'll have medication catered to your DNA. Will probably save your life. Don't hesitate to participate. We're trying to make it.
That's everywhere, right? It's not just African Americans. That's everywhere. That's worldwide. You're right here in London.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very important that we
Float like a
stipulate
butterfly, sting like a bee, participate with Parkinson's, be like Ali.
There you go. I love this. This is live
I
on
like
Mi-Soul.
don't hesitate, participate. I mean, he's got his dad's tongue, right?
Absolutely. Listen, this is what we need to go into a break. We're just gone 5 o'clock. We're an hour done. We're in the studio live with Muhammad Ali Jr. Wow is all. And shout out to Derek Marshall, who is contributing and making the documentary, which I'm going to talk about when we can expect to see it and everything else.
This wouldn't have happened if it was for Derek Marshall.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. This is why we have to talk to Derek
He's
right
Muhammad
here.
Ali Radio.
Yeah. Papa's got Parkinson's. He's going to be coming soon. We'll find out a little bit more about that very soon. But keep it exactly where we've got it. You are live on Drive, Mi-Soul Radio.
This is Mi-Soul.
The wonderful Frankie Beverly and Maze. It's 10 minutes past 5 on Drive. Yours truly in the house.
Ronnie Herel. My Drive. My Drive.
Mi-Soul.
In conversation with Muhammad Ali Jr. and Mr. Derek Marshall in the house as well. Filmmaker, and together they're embarking on a brand new project that's coming out that we really need to be involved with. We need to know about. It's going to be called Papa's Got Parkinson's?
Yeah, it is indeed.
All right, okay. So, Derek, I'm going to come to you here. You kind of paint the picture about what it's going to be about. Who is going to be contributing in that we need to look out for, and when is it going to come out, and how can we contribute in terms of getting involved and creating awareness?
Thank you. Happy Black History Month again, and it's a real honour to be here on the show. Being a person myself of Indian and Caribbean descent, my dad is Indian Grenadian, My mum is Bajan and African, Ghanaian, I believe. I sit in the middle of that particular group of people where I potentially will probably get everything, and I've just reversed my type 2 personally by fasting and so forth. And it got me thinking, because people say that type 2 and type 3 diabetes is actually Alzheimer's. So there's a very direct relationship between things like sugar and diabetes and your insulin production. Basically, once your chemicals go off, they start to go off, and it triggers something else and something else and something else. And as my father had diabetes, and my mum had diabetes, and my dad had dementia, and my mum had other stress-related illnesses, I thought to myself, it's time for me to really take a look at this. Sadly, I lost both of my parents recently, and it really just got me really focused on what is my legacy going to be when I'm gone. And I've got a beautiful son and 2 other children, and I think, what can I do for my baby Lucas? What would I want to do for my son? And I would like not just to leave millions, because money goes, as we all know. We've been some very wealthy families we're talking about here. When you go back to the earth, if you're not leaving a legacy of intelligence and participating in things to make your health the first priority for you, if your health is not your wealth, then I want to really wonder about what is. So the materialness of everything, I've been rich, I've been poor, I've been up and down, what I want to say is, you've got to think about contributing to the participation of things that can skew the medical trials and also the pharmaceutical trials, so that things like Parkinson's include us as Black and Indian and brown Southern Asian and African Caribbean people in those trials, so that the medication and the trials are taking us into consideration. At the moment, it's less than 10% of Black people and Southern Asians participate. In some cases, with Muslims, for example, research has been done in the Bengali community. They won't donate their body parts, so they won't be tested on their brains. So then there's no research for that particular demographic. And simple things like that, when they make up such a huge amount of the population, means that they get to a critical age, 70, 40 in early onset. Just remember, Muhammad Ali was only 42 when he got dementia. So almost just at the end of his career, bang, he went on that rapid decline. So you can get it very quick. Yeah. And again, without a cure and without us being in that mix, just imagine, as I said earlier, Muhammad Ali was iconic. He was Superman. Everyone's got a story. I love him. I've got another huge story about how he changed my life, but I won't go into that now. But if you consider someone who's hyper athletic, and because of his size, 6'3", handsome as hell, part Irish as well. Most people don't know his father, his great-grandfather is Abe O'Grady. He's from County Clare. So we're actually researching it. We've met his family. We know where the family are. When Muhammad came over 16 years ago, he met all of his family in County Clare, and it was, all the ticker tape and all of they treat him like he's got the freedom of the city. And we would like to replicate that again for Junior, who really is very much a family person. In fact, if I may say so, Junior is a very lovely, gentle soul. Yeah. He's not as outgoing, maybe, as his father. I mean, it would hard to be. Yeah, but he's got his dad. He's got the mannerisms. The mannerisms are there. When it comes out, it's like he's in the room. When you close your eyes and you listen to Junior, absolutely, you feel the presence, and he's got a similar kind of depth and feeling.
I am the greatest.
Indeed you are, sir. Indeed you are.
So tell us, when can we see this documentary?
Well, it's in production. We're doing the research and doing the rounds at the moment. We're working with a lot of the big institutions in the UK. So we're looking at the science of it, and actually we're having meetings tomorrow. Every week at the moment we're having different meetings with medical institutions.
Really trying to get funded for it too.
Okay.
We're exactly trying to fund and work on that. So we have a number of things that we're doing. We have a crowdfunder for that. So we're in early stages of production. So we're aggregating and looking at the science behind it, and also meeting some people. I actually wish to meet Jesse Jackson, who's also got Parkinson's, who was obviously a friend of Malcolm X and his father. So people of a certain age at 80, there's still a few great people around. Yeah. But we're also going to be traveling over to the States to meet Uncle Rahman, to kind of catch him and have a good chat with him, because he's a really amazing guy.
That was incredible.
He really is.
getting together with him in the other documentary I watched recently, Muhammad, and it was heart-wrenching, man. So send love and prayers to your Uncle Rahman.
Thank you.
You know what I did want to talk to you about, Muhammad, was the films. There's been so many. Rumble in the Jungle, I thought, was pretty amazing in terms of the coverage and the whole build-up with George Foreman and him getting off the plane with the German Shepherd and how he was treated, and
that
Ali Boumaier and the whole.
One thing, because when the people of Zaire saw Foreman with that dog, the German Shepherd.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, they was going for Foreman at the time, but when they saw the German Shepherd, it was the same type of dog that the police use. And that turned the whole thing around.
Yeah.
They say, Muhammad Ali's our champion.
Yeah.
Because we don't like Foreman no more because he got that dog.
Yeah. That was illustrated in that, and it was a key part of that. But that was an incredible documentary. But there's been the biopics as well. The one that stands, is fresh in my mind is the Ali, played by Will Smith. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe Will Smith playing Ali. He just, What did you feel about that movie? And what do you feel about these other films that
really,
kind of...
I'm going to tell you, the film could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
They didn't come to the family and ask the family for any input.
Really? They didn't?
No. Huh. But he did a good job as far as not having the right information and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my mother actually taught him a lot of stuff about Islam and what to do and what not to do. And you don't go to war, you go to jail. So she was a big thing about my father when he was talking and answering questions. That all came from my mother. And the other thing is a poem that he had said when it came to Sonny Liston. Mm-hmm. My mother actually wrote that poem and gave it to him. And one day she was at home and her parents was like, Kalila, isn't this a poem he's reciting? She looked at the TV like, yeah, that's the poem I wrote to him because I didn't like Sonny Liston. I wrote that poem for him to, I didn't like Sonny Liston. So he was actually reciting that poem on national TV. And it just blew up from that point. But people don't realize that fight with Sonny Liston had put something on his glove. And then he rubbed it into my father's eyes where he couldn't see. And Angelo Dundee wiped his eyes out and said, Ali, can you see? He said, no, I can't see. He said, run until you can see, then get him. So that's what my father did. And Sonny actually ended up losing that fight. See, you cheaters never prosper.
Yep.
So he really got his just dues because he tried to cheat. He was actually fighting for the mob. The mob had a hit out on my father because my father was making them lose money.
Yeah.
But after my father stopped boxing, the mob was like, okay, well, we're going to take the hit off of him. And they got Sonny Liston instead. So they got Sonny Liston. And actually, I think they killed Sonny Liston.
Wow. I mean, there's suspicious circumstances around a lot of those people that passed away back then. What I want to ask you is, did you feel any pressure to become a sports person yourself, living up to your dad's legacy?
Actually, my father told me, if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be dangerous. Right. I never really wanted to box anyway. I actually told my father, you knock out the teeth, I'll put them back in, I'll become a dentist. But I never got to that point, so...
Wow. Okay. But you had a similar situation. Your dad had his bike stolen, didn't he, as a kid, which is how he got into boxing. Yeah. Went to the policeman. The policeman went go to the gym. go and check it out there. And he met a trainer, and that's how he started his boxing career, right?
But my father said boxing was just a stepping stone to something greater. Yeah. So he used that to get his name. Everybody familiar with the name Muhammad Ali, which is my name. He never changed it in United States law. So he died Cassius Clay, but he said boxing, he became worldwide with boxing. But then what made him great was standing up for what he believed in, for not going to war. That was he said the intention of war is to kill, and continue killing innocent people. And the people that he was fighting for was oppressed people. They was enslaved. They was not actually being respected as being human. So he fought for the oppressed people every time he got in the ring. And even then, when he wanted his little gold medal in Rome, he went back to Kentucky. He said, "Man, I'm going downtown. I'm going to the restaurant. I'm going to give me something to eat. I'm a gold medalist." He did that, and they said, "We don't serve niggas here."
You got to be careful of the language. You can't really say that.
Well, that's what happened.
I know exactly what happened.
And then he took the medal. He said, "Fake, phony, ain't worth a damn," and threw it in the river. And then that's what happened with that. But they actually replaced it and gave him another one. It's not the same one, but that's the history on that.
Yeah. Apologies for anyone offended by the language, but we know, and that's the struggles that your dad would have gone through, and he went through a lot, especially when he got drafted, and he refused to go in the draft for his own reasons.
But they overturned it because they said the man had the right to stand up for what he believed in.
Yeah.
Gave him his boxing license, but it was too late then. He was 3 years shy. His prime was gone, and he shouldn't even box again. But he went, hey, that's all he knew. So, people, if y'all into sports or whatever, please go back to school and learn a trade. Have something to, have something underneath your belt where you can make money instead of, having a career and just being gone. There's a lot of entertainers out there, sports entertainers, that all they knew was football, baseball, boxing. And once their career was over and they got hurt, they couldn't make any money. So you have to learn a trade.
That's what my mum said. My mum and dad both said that. Do you know what I mean? God rest their soul. Muhammad Ali, listen, I could talk to you forever and ever, but we got to move on. Derek, is there anything else, or Muhammad, is there anything you want to let everybody know about?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for Muhammad inviting me into his organisation. We wish Muhammad Ali Legacy Continues, which has just been formed in America. We're setting up in the UK. Muhammad Ali Legacy Continues UK. We want to spread the word about Parkinson's. We don't want any more people dying the way the champ died. Dementia and cancer, we know they're out there, but there's so much more money is spent on them. But this new disease, which is really, as we are becoming a more aged population, and we're now got people living longer, it's kind of crazy that your mind is not outliving your body. So I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, to my wonderful wife, Laura, for her support for the last year of putting this together.
Thank you, sis.
Thank you. Amal, she's doing a great job. She's moved over from the States. She's friends with Michael Bronner, who produced Captain Phillips and the Mauritanian, which is an amazing film that had Jodie Foster and Benedict Cumberbatch in it, and it was up for Oscars. So she's with us, and there's some other potential...
Is Tom Hanks in that?
Thank you, Amal.
Yes, Tom Hanks is in that, that's right. So he's come on board. He's come on board, and he's a ex-CNN, what is it? CNN desk producer. Wow. So he's great at pulling information together, and the way he aggregates data is so fierce that if you watch the Mauritanian, you'll see what we're dealing with.
Thank you, my brother.
Absolutely amazing. So can't wait to have our first set of meetings when he comes over soon. So we have Papa's Got Parkinson's. If you go online and Google Papa's Got Parkinson's, Amelina Productions, you'll come to our crowdfunder page. We're trying to raise 100K. to start, serious work on this. Things are moving along, and I just want to thank Amal for her investment so far and her effort and love, and also Richard Blum, US manager for 10-15 years for Muhammad Ali.
Thank you, my brother.
My dear friend Martab Aziz from Central Law Chambers. He's the boss. Love him. He's been such a great support in this process and helped to finance the tour for Muhammad to come over here and start the work.
Matt, you the greatest.
And one final friend, Sinai Flery at The Voice, who's helped me with the Muhammad Ali Legacy Continues promotion, and also the foundation which I set up, which is the Malcolm X Family Foundation in Grenada, and bringing us all together. She's just done a wonderful piece, and it's on the first page of the Voice newspaper, so that tells you how powerful the message and that Muhammad Ali has helped to promote for us, showing the love that he has for for Muhammad Ali. And I'm proud to say I represent the family from Grenada here today, and this is the first time Muhammad Ali's family and Malcolm X's family have been working on a fundraising project for awareness in the UK, and that brings literally a tear to my eye. So
I want to say thank you to one special person, and his name is Derek Marshall.
Thank you so much.
Because if it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. Man, this brother, I swear to God, he works tirelessly. I mean, he be stressed out every day, doing God knows what, but God knows who. He hasn't had rest since he started. So, to me, he's my Superman.
Well, listen, we cannot wait to see the documentary.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Thank you, Mohammed.
Whatever we can do
this for your dad.
Listen, whatever we can do
this for your dad.
Absolutely, whatever we can do to help out as well. Please just get in touch and
we'll be back.
Keep it with us. Absolutely,
I'll be back.
I'm going to say thank you to you, Derek.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Mohammed, just sign off for us with I don't know, something that your dad would have come out with.
You know,
like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
I'm going to shake up the world one more time, and I'm doing it with Derek Marshall, the greatest brother of all time. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't get better than Derek and Muhammad Ali.
There you go. Beautiful. Derek Muhammad Ali Jr., thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. You're killing it.
A beautiful.
Thank you, Ronnie,
I would do one shout out.
Go on,
thank you, Amal. Thank you.
Shout out to Molly. Amal, what's up, baby?
Richard Blum.
Peace.
My beautiful wife. Thank you.
Peace.
Travel with everyday offers from Thameslink Railway.